Hi guys, I'm Megan Graham and I am here today with a Monat hair products review. First of all, what I want to tell you is that I'm giving you my review from a hair colorist that was an award-winning hair colorist that owned her own salon for years and years. And I am fragrance sensitive and also chemically sensitive. So I just wanted to give you my take as I might be using different products than other people. What I want to start out with is a big question that so many people ask, and that is Monat clean? This is just my opinion, and I've used a lot of very clean products. I'm so careful with the different things I use in my house. I'm very selective because I want to lower the toxic levels in my life and use the healthiest things possible. And I would not call Monat a clean product. I would call it a lower tox product. I think that they do use good ingredients, and I personally think it works really well, which is the opposite of what I thought. So when I was a hair colorist, people were always in my DMs. They were telling me that Monat was great, and I just didn't want to hear it. I had heard really bad things about it. I didn't give it a chance, but I wanted to talk about the products that I think are great. Later on in this video, I am going to go through and I'm going to talk about the products that I personally love, how I use those products, and then the products that I use sometimes, and the products that I use that I did not like at all and that I would not buy again. I am a Monat sales consultant. I don't try to sell. I literally only speak about things that I love, and I give my honest reviews on things. So I wanted to tell you what I think about Monat. I'm going to try to make this video quick because I already recorded it and then realized that there was no sound. Absolute number one favorite product is the Rejuvenique Oil. This product is great. There is no synthetic fragrance, and I use this all the time. I use it as a treatment in my hair. I have no irritation from it, and it leaves my hair supple, conditioned. I wish I had had this and used it when I was in my salon on clients before they got their hair highlighted to protect their hair. Second favorite product, this is fragrance free, and it is the Micellar Shampoo. Use this shampoo all the time. It is so gentle. It cleanses my hair so well, and I actually often use this product after I use a different Monat product, say something that I think works very well, like the bond building treatment that I want to use, but I just don't want to be stuck with that heavy fragrance. I use this again to get the smell out of my hair. Now, why would I do that? Because I want the results. I want the healing, I want the strengthening, I don't want the smell. So I wash it out. It's really not a big deal for me to do a double wash on my hair, and it's actually necessary because it gets quite oily. This is the Thermal Protect Styling Shield. It has a very light scent. I actually think the scent is lovely. I don't know exactly, but I would say that Monat must be doing something right with their fragrance because I am usually very fragrance intolerant, and for some reason I find many of their fragrances to be pleasing, which is not something that I could have said for years and years. There are many conventional products that I have used from other companies. I can't stand to be around their products. Monat is a little bit different, so there are many products that I do really well with, and most importantly, I need something that actually keeps my hair healthy. So if you can see, my hair is very, very long, and this year I moved to Arizona, so I went, how do I say it? I lost my regular stylist of years and years and years because she's across the country, and I tried 2 new people in Arizona. Both of them really destroyed my hair as far as the condition. So the first person made it very dark, and the second person bleached it out very white, and a lot of my hair broke off. I used Monat as much as possible to stop that breakage, and these super clean, super natural products that I have used in the past were not cutting it as far as hair condition. And for me, I am willing to use some products that are not completely clean but are still lower tox than most if it helps me to keep my hair, and Monat did just that. So this is the Unknot Detangler. I love this product. Very light fragrance. It does not bother me in any way. I use the Restore Leave-In Conditioner on days where I do not wash my hair. I put it through my ends, and I just give it a little bit more moisture because in Arizona, even on the days where you don't wash your hair, it just winds up getting so dry. There's very little moisture here. This is a great product. These are my favorites. So this is the clinical line. It's the Thickening Shampoo and Thickening Conditioner. They are mint scented. They smell delicious. I will say I have naturally thick hair anyway. I do think this treats my hair very kindly. It moisturizes it. It does not leave any buildup on my hair. I use this all the time. It's also my husband's favorite. Very wonderful product. This is the Purifying Vinegar Rinse, which I use on my scalp. Now here's the way that I do it. It's got a little bit more fragrance than I might put in a product personally. That said, this is a great treatment to keep your scalp really fresh and to really treat the skin on your scalp, to refresh it, to take any buildup off of it and help your hair grow in a healthy way. We all know that you don't want a lot of buildup in your scalp because that is how we keep our hair healthy and growing. This is a really nice product. What I do is I first put this on my scalp, I lather it in, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and then I usually take one of my favorite shampoos and I shampoo after I rinse it out. That way I am not left with the fragrance smell. This is the Moxie Magnifying Mousse. If you are highly sensitive to fragrance, this is not going to be a product for you. I do not mind this. It has a light fragrance, but if you are super chemically sensitive, I would say I would probably avoid this one. We're starting to get into a little bit more fragrance here. When my hair is extremely dry, this has some hard water buildup on it. I use the Advanced Hydrating In-Shower Mask. This has a little bit more fragrance. If you're chemically sensitive, it may not be the first one that I would try. The fragrance, again, does not bother me and it really moisturizes my hair, so I still love this product. Okay guys, so we're getting into the products that I like and I have purchased and I would still purchase again. I only use these every once in a while. The Violet Lights shampoo and conditioner, I really like these products as well. Not as keen on the scents as some of the other ones that I've spoken about. The mint scent is my favorite. This scent is a little bit different. Again, it does not bother me. I use it when my hair is feeling a little bit brassy, maybe once every 4 or 5 shampoos. It's a great product. I don't use hairspray all the time. When I do, this is the hairspray that I use. It is the Flex Control Hairspray. I like it. It has a little bit more of a scent. So for me, if I'm going to use this, it's probably going to be the day before I wash my hair. I just don't like a lot of scent. This one, not bad, especially compared to Kerastase, which is the product line that I carried for years and years. I actually could not be near Kerastase bottles. Even when they were closed, the fragrance of Kerastase was so strong that I could not be near a closed bottle of Kerastase. So just to kind of give you an example of what I am able to tolerate and what I'm not able to tolerate, that's my tolerance level. This is the Champ Conditioning Dry Shampoo. I personally am not a big fan of dry shampoo. I keep it for an emergency, for a day where my hair is not washed, I need to go to dinner, I need to do something, and I just don't have time. I probably use dry shampoo once a month. If you are extremely fragrance intolerant, this is not your product. If you don't mind a little bit of fragrance, I think this is fine. These products are somewhere in the middle. I do use them pretty frequently. This is the Renew Shampoo. A little bit more fragrance than the other two that I was talking about. My husband loves this shampoo. It always has to be in stock in his shower. He likes how it cleans his hair. And this is the Advanced Hydrating Conditioner. Again, it works well. I'm so on the fragrance. It doesn't bother me. I don't like it as much as the others. I would still buy it again. It works really well. My hair is getting so much healthier than it was after I had it colored, just for the record. All right, guys, so now I'm going to talk to you about the bond building treatment. I personally I love the bond building treatment. I think it's great. Let me stop for 1 second. Guys, if you have not followed my channel, sorry to interrupt my thought, but could you please hit subscribe? I would appreciate it so much. And also drop a comment below. Have you tried Monat? Have you heard different things about Monat? I personally had heard really bad things about Monat and I was so afraid to try it. I just didn't think I would like it. I was really skeptical. And then a close friend of mine started using it and she started posting about the results that she has had with her hair. And it was stunning. I saw a big improvement and I was looking for something that worked but was less toxic than the things that I had been using in my hair salon, in the industry. I wanted something that worked but was lower toxicity, and so this was when I decided to try it, and I have really loved the product. The bond building treatment. I have different thoughts about this. I think that the bond building treatment works so well. So in my salon we used to use Olaplex. I much preferred this product to Olaplex. I will say Olaplex actually smells better. I think this works so extremely well, in my opinion. So when I use this, I use the bond building shampoo. I rinse that out. I use the bond building treatment. I leave it in for about 5 minutes on its own. And then I use the bond building mask. I do not like the smell. It smells like a dryer sheet or laundry detergent. Not a fan. My professional opinion is that most likely whatever is making this work chemically, it doesn't smell good. It just doesn't. So they are trying to cover it up with a heavy fragrance. I am not a fan, so what I do is I do that entire treatment. After I do that treatment, I rewash my hair with unscented shampoo, and then I just condition it with a conditioner of my choice. So I do that about once a month. It is not going to wash out the whole treatment, and for me, keeping my hair long, keeping my hair healthy is the most important thing. This is all my natural hair. I don't have any extensions. Let's talk about what I do not like at all. So this is the Monat Bond Fortifying Hair Leave-In Cream. This is the same scent as the bond treatment, except you would leave it in your hair, which I cannot do. This might work really well. The smell doesn't do it for me. I wouldn't buy it again. The Monat Body Care Exfoliate and Refine Body Polish. I do not care for the smell. I don't like lingering perfumey smells on my body. I would not purchase this product again. And again, if you like perfumey smells, you might like it. But if you are like me and you're chemically sensitive, I personally don't think you're going to like it. This is the Moisturize and Replenish Body Wash. I was so excited about this because I have loved some of the hair care products so much. Did not care for the fragrance, was totally grossed out by it, would not buy it again. I just try to be very honest with you guys so that you know the good, the bad, the in-between. What I will say is that I have not tried any of the makeup. I have not tried any of the other skincare, nor have I tried collagen. I'm not planning on trying it. In my opinion, for me, I'm looking for extremely clean products that I put in my body. So I get my collagen from Organifi. I will share that in the links below, and I will be linking to many of these products in the links below. Feel free to ask any questions. It is the same thing with the makeup. Anything that lives on my skin that is going to be absorbed into my skin, I do want it to be as clean as possible. And for what my standards are for clean beauty, and many of my friends who have very stringent standards, our choice is probably not going to be Monat makeup, Monat skincare. I really like the hair care. I think it works well. And if it is something that you can tolerate for the other products, I would assume that they're really nice quality. But when you're looking for something super, super clean, it might not be right for you. Guys, I hope that this was helpful. I'm so sorry that it got so dark. I was having so much trouble getting my microphone going today, but thank you for bearing with me and for joining me on my first video back in a while. I hope you guys stay healthy, stay beautiful, and I look forward to seeing you soon.